Halo penggemar cerita lucu berbahasa Inggris, di video ini ada beberapa cerita lucu yang akan ditampilkan dengan menggunakan animasi. Kisah lucu pertama tentang binatang burung dan kucing. Video kedua menceritakan seseorang yang ingin berlatih akrobat namun hasilnya malah menyusahkan banyak orang. Selamat menyaksikan.
Sarah, you won't believe what happened to me last week. I was driving to work, minding my own business, when suddenly, a bird flew right into my car.
No way. What did you do?
Well, I panicked, of course. But the bird seemed completely fine. It just sat there on my passenger seat, looking at me as if it owned the place. I thought, hey, maybe I have a new co-pilot.
That's hilarious. What did you do next?
I decided to roll with it. So, I gave the bird a name, Captain Featherbeak. I even bought a tiny aviator hat for it. We became quite the duo, driving around town. People gave us the weirdest looks.
I can only imagine. What happened to Captain Featherbeak?
Well, one day, he suddenly flew out of the window. I guess he realized that he had unfinished bird business to attend to. I like to think he's out there somewhere, ruling the skies.
That's priceless. You always manage to find yourself in the weirdest situations. Do you have another story?
Oh, I've got plenty. Here's one that involves a very confused cat. So, I was hussy-sitting for my neighbor, and their cat, Whiskers, was not happy about it.
Why was Whiskers upset?
Well, it turns out I accidentally used their cat litter as a sugar substitute in my morning coffee. Can you imagine the taste? Anyway, that morning, Whiskers decided to teach me a lesson.
Oh no, what did the cat do?
Whiskers climbed onto the kitchen counter, stole a loaf of bread, and dragged it into the living room. Then, I caught him trying to toast it using a hairdryer. I didn't know whether to be impressed or concerned about his kitchen skills.
That's amazing. Poor Whiskers just wanted to show you how to make breakfast.
Exactly. Lesson learned, never mess with a cat's domain, especially in the kitchen.
You seriously have the best stories, Mark. I'm laughing so hard.
I'm glad you're enjoying them. Life's too short not to share the funny moments. Speaking of which, do you have any hilarious stories to tell?
Oh, I have a few up my sleeve, but let's save them for another laughter-filled coffee session. Deal?
Deal. I can't wait to hear them. Here's to many more funny stories and moments to come. Emma, let me tell you about the time I attempted to become a professional juggler. It was quite the adventure.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. What happened?
Well, I bought a set of juggling balls and started practicing in my backyard. But I soon realized that juggling requires more coordination than I anticipated.
Smiling, I can imagine. So, what did you do next?
Determined to impress my friends, I decided to showcase my skills at a party. I confidently started juggling, but ended up launching one of the balls right into the punch bowl.
Oh no. Did everyone get soaked?
Not only did they get soaked, but they also got a colorful and fruity surprise. The punch went flying, and it splattered all over the guests. I inadvertently created a new party game called Dodge the Fruit Shower.
Laughs harder, that's hilarious. I bet it was a party they'll never forget.
Definitely. It became the highlight of the evening, although not exactly how I planned it. But hey, at least I entertained them, right?
Absolutely. Your spontaneity always leads to memorable moments. Do you have another entertaining story to share?
Of course. This one involves a case of mistaken identity. So, I was strolling through a crowded mall when suddenly, someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, "It's great to see you, Steve."
Steve. But your name is Alex.
Exactly. I had no idea who this person was or why they mistook me for Steve. But rather than correcting them, I decided to play along. So, I acted like I knew them too.
Oh, that's mischievous. What happened next?
We ended up having a whole conversation about our supposed shared memories. We reminisced about wild adventures, fake vacations, and even made up inside jokes. It was absurdly funny.
That's brilliant. Did they ever figure out you weren't Steve?
Eventually, their friend arrived and called them by their actual name, Sarah. That's when the confusion unraveled. We all had a good laugh about it, and I never found out why they mistook me for Steve.
That's a hilarious case of mistaken identity. You truly know how to embrace unexpected situations.
Life's too short to take things too seriously, right? It's all about embracing the quirkiness and finding humor in the unexpected.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing these entertaining stories, Alex. They've brightened up my day.
My pleasure, Emma. Remember, the world is full of funny adventures waiting to happen. Let's make the most of them together.